Welcome, class. So, in continuing our conversation in chapter 11, before we move on to the fifth section, we are going to spend a little bit of time doing a pre-skill, talking about basic linear proportions. So, what is a proportion? Well, a proportion is two fractions set equal to each other. So when I reference proportions, that's really what we're talking about, two fractions that are set equal to each other. Now, write three sets of fractions that are proportional. So what that means is the fact that 1/2 is the same as 2/4. 2/5 is the same as 4/10. 5/6 is the same as 15/18. Now, the next little snippet here, what's important about these is notice when you multiply the diagonals. So here, those multiply to 4, and those multiply to 4. These multiply to 20, and those multiply to 20. So notice, when you multiply the diagonals, they equal each other for these proportions, okay? So something maybe you've experienced before. We call that process cross multiplication. Okay, so we can use that skill in order to solve these linear proportions. So what I mean by that is when we have these things equaling each other, we can multiply the diagonals. So here, 7 times 3 is 21, and 5 times x is 5x. So now all we have to do, divide both sides by 5, and we already have what x is. So again, that skill is what we call cross multiplication, all right? And you can do that for every proportion problem. So here, 2 times 4 is 8. Here, 8 times m minus 8. And I'm going to write that out simply because I want to show you that you need to distribute it this time to get 8m minus 64. And now what do we do? Well, to solve this one, now we have to add the 64 to both sides. Oh, that doesn't slash out, sorry. That becomes 72 equals 8m. Divide both sides by 8, you get m is 9. For this next one, again, cross multiply, so you get 5 times the r plus 5 equals the 8 times the r minus 9. So you multiply that, you get 5r plus 25 equals, distribute that, 8r minus 72. Now again, this takes a little bit more skill now. We need to collect the variables together. So I'm going to subtract 5r from both sides here. So I get 25 equals 3r minus 72. Now I'm going to add 72 to both sides to cancel that. So I get 3r equals 97. Divide both sides by 3, so you get r equals 79/3. Okay, so again, when it comes to linear proportions, this is how you solve them. Now, this is a really short video, just a really quick review. However, something critical is we're going to spend a whole day practicing this skill. So please make sure you have these quick notes taken because tomorrow in class we are going to work on this skill. So thank you for joining me. Make sure you have all this written down so we can continue practicing in class tomorrow.